What is up, people? We are back. That's right. It has been quite some time since we did one of these, but we're looking to get back into it. And today, the Arsenal have absolutely smashed West Ham at the London Stadium in that new black, green, and red kit. I obviously have not spoken on it yet this season, as this is my first video of the season, but I think it's looking pretty sharp. It's obviously not as good as the black kit from 2 seasons ago, but, you know, can't really control that. Is what it is. But they do look good when they wear it. At least they did today. Now, I thought that the lack of Thomas Partey, maybe I missed something in the build-up. I don't even have any clue. They never even mentioned him. So when I didn't see Thomas Partey, I was a little bit worried. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's on holiday, or I don't know what happened there. So hopefully he's not too badly injured or not going to miss too much time, whatever it is. Anyway, his deputy, Jorginho, came in, and I thought he was decent. There are times when he is running back towards our goal that he looks just so slow, just ridiculously slow. But other than that, I thought he did well in a game where he didn't have to do too much, to be honest with you, because first 35 minutes, West Ham didn't sniff the ball, never saw the ball at all. We were winning all the second balls. They couldn't get any kind of possession, and we were clinical. I thought that, Saka had an absolutely fantastic game. Let me get my notes up here. I took some notes today. Let me pop this up. Yeah, so we dominated the ball, and West Ham didn't even show up for about 35 minutes. It was really classy and professional, I thought. One thing I did want to note is that in the last couple of games, we've been even though we've been successful against Forest and, of course, Sporting, we've been very one-sided in our attack in the way that we possess the ball down the right-hand side with Timber and Odegaard and Saka. Normally, it's Partey backing them up as far as that fourth man to create the little triangles and to get into the spaces that Saka can get in behind the line and for the cutback or maybe for the near post shot. And I thought, yes, we did that well today, but we also, with Trossard starting on the left over Martinelli, I thought Trossard had a good game out there. We were able to get that same triangle, but with Calafiori, Rice, and Trossard. Even Odegaard came over to the left a few times to kind of make up that same attack on the left-hand side that he does on the right-hand side. And I think that the fact that we were more balanced as far as, are we going down the right with Saka like we do every time, or is Trossard going to be able to pick the ball up and run at his defender as well? I thought he did that. I thought he did that really well with the support from Rice making combinations. And so we weren't so one-sided. But, I mean, you can't argue with the success. The reason that we are so one-sided is that Odegaard and Saka they're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant over there. And it gives such a lift to see Odegaard back in the team. That's 4 straight starts after he's come back, and we've not lost a game. 3 wins and the Chelsea draw, which was his first game back. And so the way he's able to control the game, the way we are able to keep the ball, I've always said it, even the past 2 seasons on the channel here and watching this season, it's the same. Our press is the most important part of our game because it allows us to keep the ball. And today, the possession and the offense was the best form of defense because they never had the ball. We never had to do anything defensively for 35 minutes. And we were clinical in front of goal. Trossard, the second goal where I think it was Odegaard chips it into Saka, who one touch to bring it down, one touch to pass it across. I thought it was hilarious. Kai has a swing at it, completely misses, and Havertz kind of Trossard kind of laughs at him as he taps it in. I thought that goal was sublime, absolutely incredible. I came into this game, somewhat nervous about our away form and about the fact that we had struggled, away from home. And in the past, we have had issues at this stadium. Obviously, not last season, but in the cup game last season, we didn't do so hot. And then 2 seasons ago, it was where perhaps part of the wheels coming off. And so a little bit of PTSD, but that was all put to bed immediately because we absolutely smashed them right out the gate. And then, I mean, you're up 4-0 and you fall asleep on the left-hand side. That'll happen, I suppose. And so they sneak in Saka, who today for me on the West Ham side looked like the only one trying to win the game. There were moments in that game where he had energy. He was marauding up the left-hand side and no one really helped him out. He looked like the only one trying to win the game. And then, of course, I mean, what are you going to do about such a beautiful free kick from Emerson on the 40th minute? And then Gabriel gets punched in the face. So the corner kicks, we terrorized them with corner kicks. I think we had 8 or 9, maybe 10 corners in the whole game. And I mean, I get how it's difficult to defend against our corners because we run from behind. I think the commentators, I think it was Lee Dixon, was talking about how when if the goal's behind me and I'm the defender and I'm standing here, it's easy to see if they're running from over here or like right in front of you and they're running at you. But if they're coming from this side of the goal and the ball's coming from over here and you're facing the ball, when the guys are running from behind you, it's a little bit more difficult, especially when they're purposely blocking Antonio off so that Gabriel is free for the header in the 6. It's a little bit confusing that we're so good on these corners because there's so much evidence. You know what's coming. You know what we're doing. Like every team knows what's happening. And they should 100% plan for it because the corner kicks are one of our strongest attributes. It's one of the main, we rely a lot on it. We look dangerous every time we go to take one. And I think that teams should be able to, maybe figure out what we're doing. But, if it ain't broke, don't fix it is a great thing for me here. And I say keep going at it. Keep doing the same thing. Keep isolating Gabriel in the center. The service is excellent, and we'll keep dumping corners in. We'll just keep dumping them right in, no problem. I think that it's interesting that this penalty got called, where Gabriel takes the punch to the face. Yes, he gets all the ball, and Fabianski doesn't get any of the ball, and it punched him in the side of the head. I think this happens a lot in today's game and hardly ever see this get called, where the goalkeeper comes out and cleans somebody out. And see, this is why I'm bringing this up, because this one wasn't even it wasn't super obvious. Of course, I'm screaming at the TV, pin, it's a penalty. I'm a little bit biased, my objectivity aside. In the middle of the game, I'm screaming, that's a pin. But having looked at the replay 97 times, he gets punched in the head and he goes down, but it's not super obvious, haymaker, Mike Tyson's just knocked somebody out kind of a contact. So I'm a little surprised they called this one, even though, that being said, I think it doesn't get called enough. I don't think this kind of a foul in the box where the goalkeeper cleans somebody out gets called as a penalty enough. And so, hey, Odegaard steps up and slots it home, to make it a, near perfect day as far as the score sheet goes. Odegaard, Saka, Havertz looking as cool as you like on the breakaway. Not something you can always say. I thought Havertz was really good as well, just in addition to the goal. I thought that his hold-up play was fantastic. I think that the goal where which goal was it? Where was it? The second goal? It might have been the second goal, or it might have been where Saka won the penalty. when they pressed well. West Ham pressed really high up the field for one of the only times in the first half. Raya hits it out. Kai wins the header. Not only do we win the header, but Odegaard wins the second ball with a first-time pass to Saka, who goes in and dribbles in for the penalty. I think that's the one it was. And those kinds of things are so important. We win the second ball so often today, and we were able to pin them in. They weren't able to win any second balls, and so had hardly any possession. And then, Saka with not the best pin in the end, but he's got his goal, his 2 assists, just a GA machine. You love to see that. And so we're sitting second after that game, and we get the big one tomorrow. I think things are definitely looking up for the Arsenal. It's been kind of an interesting start. I was incredibly frustrated at times so far this season. Definitely questioning some of the things I've seen from Arteta, but I think today he's gotten it right. I think he's had that luxury in the last 3 games where we've been able to sub some people on. I thought Wanyeri coming in, he didn't really do much, didn't have a lot of opportunity to do much, especially since he came in and played on the right wing. That was interesting. I definitely think that the second half was flat. It was professional from the Arsenal, didn't give anything away, and kept the energy low, which was good. And, there was kind of a flurry there at the end of the first half where it's like, somebody might be getting sent off here at some point in this game, but they kept the energy low in the second half and were able to see it out. No one got injured, hopefully. And we were able to get the 3 points. I think that moving forward, it's going to be interesting on Wednesday to see about the Man U game, but I think that this was a complete performance, and you can really see Arteta's game management style in these last 3 games. And I think there is something to be said for when we get all of our subs on, the team looks wholly different, and there's still a lack of depth as far as the quality of the depth that's coming in. Not necessarily, I think it's more of a collective. When the subs come on, our press is different, especially when Odegaard's not in to direct it. Kai Havertz became that role when all the subs were on, and he just doesn't. No one really can lead the press, can organize the press like Odegaard does. So when he comes off and we have, even when Ethan's in there, it's wholly different. I thought Sterling come on and was awful again, trying to do too much. I think, when he comes in because he doesn't get any minutes and he's trying to prove himself, but he's just like they said on the comment, just like Lee Dixon was saying, the way to break into the team, he was talking about in a commentary for Sterling, is to be good when you come in. He's not. He hasn't been, and he wasn't again today. I thought Jesus was decent when he come on, but again, he's kind of in the same vein where he's not getting a lot of minutes and he's trying to do too much when he does come on. I'm a fan of Jesus, but I think he's kind of, past his prime, and I don't think he'll ever be like, unless he goes on a crazy run of goal, he's not going to displace Kai, especially since, in January or maybe in the summer, we should be strengthening in that position anyway. And he doesn't look at it when he's like on the wings. So, interesting cameo from him. I thought he was decent. I think that Zinchenko, actually, they're all in that same boat. These guys that come in like Zinchenko and Jesus, where they try to do too much. They're trying to do so much because they don't get any playing time. But we were helped by the fact that we were already up by 3 goals. And so Zinni didn't have to there wasn't a lot of staying home. He didn't have to be super disciplined. There was, Bowen wasn't giving him anything down that side. Antonio wasn't making them work down that side. So he was free to roam. And roam he did. Which, you don't necessarily want to see that. I thought that it was really good to see that when Kivior came in at halftime for Gabriel, they trusted him like they didn't do in the Liverpool game. I think when he came in and we stopped playing out of the back versus Liverpool, that's what cost us that game. But he came in and he was good today. I think that it was good to see that Raya trusted Kivior when he come in. I think that that was the reason that we stopped playing out of the back first pool, because they didn't trust Kivior with the ball at his feet. Okay, yes, the very first time he got the ball, he did give it away, which, to be fair, is kind of expected. But I thought that when he come in, he did, decently, and it was good to see that they trusted him to have the ball at his feet in the back, which in our formation, in our team, you have to. Yeah, absolutely. It's a must. It's an absolute must. You have to do that, or else, we won't win every second ball when you create 100 of them like we did versus Liverpool. And I think that we controlled that aspect of the game today very, very well. I think, at the end of the day, happy to see it. Happy to be back on here doing the match reactions. Grateful for the 3 points. And we look forward to seeing some good action tomorrow. Hopefully, at this point, we're wanting Man City to win. I guess a draw would be best, but Man City to win would be most beneficial for the Arsenal to keep that gap down to 6. But yeah, all in all, I think that that's a great day, and we look forward to Manchester United. So thanks for being here. If you made it this far, go ahead and smash up the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We certainly are grateful for you being here. We look forward to next time and hope you have a good one. Peace.